Well, good morning. I don't care what it looks like. And so here I want to have a little conversation as the sole provider of the family. So there's a few issues and questions that I want to go over in this meeting. If we're supposed to manifest what we want, but there are forces watching us and manipulating everything in between to make it work out best for their interests, but they're not involved in the process and using everyone in the process, imitating something and not really showing up like I am here or have been, um, then how can they be the ones that are in control of anything at all? At the same time as we should get what we want, right? Some things that I always wanted was a wife that I can trust to no end, to be able to choose her and her choose me. But that's very confusing when there's so many that care deeply about me and I care deeply about them. And there's no way for us to meet because the forces that be make sure to keep us all apart and profit off of the process. And manifest in the word has everything to do with my page and seeing the image. They brought us all here, which shows how the stuff that I've gathered and my words, texts, and communications are used as the source of all other things, apart from me being a part of the thing as the one taking all the flack and no benefits and having to reveal all, having to look whatever way, and not having anywhere to go or anything to do while everything I do is being used in the process, apart from so that I can't be in control, but I have to be in control. And everyone else gets to be lifted up, but uh, I'm being lifted up, supposedly. So it makes everyone look like a bunch of users in one sense. If the idea is everyone comes to the spot, our spot, gathers some information, and then goes and works on a plan, and then produces something. Without ever paying me back. I gained nothing. I had to produce it all and put it all together and to be the source of envy, jealousy, uh, intense love, intense hate, and ultimately trapped in the place of no place, in the abyss. Also, having to say all the most ridiculous things and type the most ridiculous things and reveal truths, or to the best of my ability, while everything else can just change it or can just put it on their face and be like, see, I'm that. And then everyone's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they get all the love, all the money, or all the hate, but then that turns into money for them. And I don't get to receive shit while under constant attack, especially in silence, trying to keep me from speaking, keep me from creating. And everything that I do speak and create is used against me. While not with me, with nowhere to go. I have to be the strong one. I have to be the victim. I have to be the avoidant, the narcissist, the baby, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the, the tyrant, the emperor, the virgin, the empress, the lovers, the wheel, the fortune, the plunder, the lack thereof, and all of the stories of mankind that inspire so many at the same time as, okay, that's just a story. But what if they all line up at one place with one person in one time and space? Well, what are we going to do with him? When he just wants to be taken care of. He just wants a family. Oh, well, see, he's taken care of. He just has a family. And then I always switch it backwards on itself. And if I gather people up, then they'll be like, see, he's got a harem. He's got a bunch of whores working for him. Or they'll say, oh, look, those are the ones that are tearing him down. And it's all the ones that are on the outside that are trying to help him. You're all the ones on the outside are trying to claw their way in. And the ones on the inside, they're the ones protecting the castle. Those inside and outside, when we're all in this together everywhere in the world. And if he just wants a family and somebody and kids and we take care of, well, why don't we just do that to him? And he's gone. Oh, wait, but we need him. No, but we don't need him. We never needed him. He's made himself as the problem. Oh. But he put together the thing, so it's done. So we can all move on. Oh. It's never done. Has it ever begun? If I have to lead, how can I lead? And if I'm the ultimate follower and the most insecure person on earth, then why can't anyone show up for me? I thought everyone wanted somebody to nurture. You know, like, oh, found this sick kitten. It was almost dead. And there's all these videos. Oh, see, anybody can just walk over and pick up and nurture this thing back to life. See, people and doctors and love, it's so great. But nobody will do that for him. Oh, but everything he does, oh, see, he's so nurturing. No, he's just feeding upon us. He's the monster. And I can't just walk away. Walk away from what? I've been doing this and been created or born and forced upon this role since before I knew anything. And I was doing all the word and code stuff, and it had nothing to do with drugs before on Facebook. And prior to that, for years. Only so that the system could split it between here and there. Oh, now we got to get him on drugs. Oh, now we got to get him off drugs. Okay, now we got to get him to gather everybody up. Okay, now we got to be like, no, it's not that, it's this. You got to let them all go. You got to go your own direction. Oh, no. What's the other direction? Oh, God. Now you got to go get them back. Oh, no, they're your enemies. No, they're your friends. Where's your family? Your enemies are your friends and your family. Those closest to you, they're the ones that are against you. At the same time as being trapped at the core as the point of what's the point if we're all here, but everyone else automatically goes, oh, yeah, okay. And then everyone just splits off. and spends their whole life divided. And if this is the ultimate divided and the ultimate it, then how could it and how could he say it is finished, especially if it was typed? And he didn't exist, and that book is part of the manifestation. Apart from, so, and what is it? It starts with I. That's mind, isn't it? Or is that the body and everything in alignment of one? Oh, but we're all that one. So what one is it? And how can we all stand together? Oh, but if if we all stand together as a whole bunch of eyes, isn't that a fasheye? And then any match can come and burn us all down. How are we going to be like, okay, we're all trees in a forest, but each tree is far enough away from every other tree in the forest that any tree that gets burned down will just come back with all its own seedlings and seeds that it dropped all by itself. And every other tree is safe. When ultimately, I've had to do all the work. No one else has this stuff. And if they do, it was all separate and divided and hidden. And I was needed to do this process. But then, where do I belong? Who's going to be here for me? It's ultimate destiny for the world to be united. Look what happened the last few days. Now the whole world's in war. Now the government leaders are fighting and killing people. Ever since I stopped. They're blowing up drug boats. Ukraine's under war. There's assassination attempts. And the White House is half torn down. Fucking nothing's going right, is it? And ever since we got this president, all the prices go up. Everybody's being taxed. Ain't nothing fucking going right nowhere, is there? No. And people fucking dying because of storms in Texas at Camp Mystic, and they make sure that for 3 days nobody could save them, so that all these children die. But the government's controlling the weather. But the government's the one acting like they don't know nothing. But the government's the one who's coming to fix it. Oh, but the government's what the fuck is a government? This is the fucking government. What are they doing for anyone? Sure as fuck ain't doing shit for me. Doesn't look like. They only gave me a Pell Grant so that it looked like I was, so that, oh, well, see, he owes us now because we gave him money. But where did we get that money? We got that money from stealing it from everybody in the country. And what's the signature? Oh, if leaks are bad. Oh, that would leak to something. Yeah, but I had to go off of my property to go get it. Only to be the accountant holding all the money. It couldn't be accounted for. Whatever we needed in accounting. So we could hold it against someone. Or so that we could figure it out. But nobody can figure it out. And nobody will let the man speak. Nobody will give the man nothing. Nobody will take care of him. But everyone will take care of him. Everyone will let him speak all he wants. But everyone wants to be a tough guy. Everyone wants to be a nurturer. Everyone wants to be something or other, but wants it to be easy. Just clock in, clock out. Good. Now I can go do whatever the fuck I want. And what if there's nothing to do of what you want? What if there ain't no clocking in, clocking out? What if all the time you spend at work is wasted time? And all the money you got from there is stolen. From your life, from the earth. And you did it under contract anyway. And they stole 3/4 of it up front. And you gotta give 3/4 in the back. And then basically you just used to sit and you got nothing. Produce nothing. Got nothing. No voice. No face. No words. You didn't type nothing. You didn't partnership. You didn't co-op with nothing. These are questions that somebody had to say and ask. Especially if this whole idea that everyone believes that Christ is coming back. But what's back if you ain't never been here on earth? But what's on earth? You've had to do with the mind, but the mind can't touch the ground. But the mind is all the stuff that I produce and everything. But that's separate. But it's out of focus. I was focusing. But the body. Well, we just need a pure body. What's a pure body? If it's something that doesn't contain anything and nobody needs it. Or it's finished so that anyone could take it. And then it's over with. And the idea that everyone leaks the change. Meaning, they just want it to stay the same. Anything they get, they're lie about, manipulate, and keep it so that they can continue their role. Whatever the role is. Apart from doing anything, or speaking the truth, or helping. It's just be more and more problems. And if there is no problems, well then it's the other problem. Just fucking off. Not being here, there, or anywhere. How people are dying today because of weapons and governments and guys sitting in chairs like this, but not. They get surrounded by a whole bunch of people carrying it out. All the people I connected with aren't hurting anyone. They're trying to spread love and information. Same time as who's here for me? If I'm me in the flesh. As flesh. The point in the center of the circle. Everything else and the gap between everything in the whole world, all space and time, and there's nowhere for me to go. There's something someone would have to come and arrive. But how could that happen? And just to take me from me. And just to try to nurture or boss or control me. Apart from me. And that's not equal partnership. How could it be? But I've been leading the entire way. For better or worse, thick, thin, and everything tries to take anything that it gains from here to put it into its own repertoire so that it can act like it's a boss. It can act like it's the leader. It can act like. And get its critical acclaim. It's a pretty serious, difficult question. If I would have to lead and do everything all by myself, just so somebody could send me a letter and be like, hey, we want to give you an award so that we can show, hey, look how good we are because you wouldn't even exist or nobody would know about you without us. So, hey, we win. If you had anything to say, well, only if we allow it. If you own anything, only because we let you have it. It's some bullshit. When I can't just have the power to be what I want to be, if anything, and continue along my merry way at the same time as being confined by those with money that don't do anything, that provide for all the problems in the world, and just make sure there's nowhere for me to go and change the rules up to make sure I'm confined. Well, they can do and say whatever they want, but it doesn't even matter to them. But it matters somehow. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. I'm always alone, never alone, always leading, always apart. Having to be the lion and the lamb. Rush in and just no. Here's where it is. This is what happened. This is what I did. But I didn't do it. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Trying to control. Just is. And everyone can decide what they think it means and work on their project and their plans. Apart from including, and then I have to be the one. Alone, separated, robbed of myself, given all that I could, helping everyone have something new to look at, to change it, but it never changes. Stay the same, but it never stays the same. To help, but not getting any help, being the helper, but the one to have to hold down the spot of blame and uh, pride and prejudice, and cry myself to sleep, being attacked in my head with nowhere to go and no one to comfort me.